Namaste, I am Dr. Nisha Manikantan. So here today we can talk about Navaratri. Navaratri literally means 9 nights, and these 9 nights are basically celebration along with meditations and a fast. So across India, if we see, we can see people fast during Navaratri, and if they do pujas or homas at home or in communities, and if they are initiated into meditation, they will do meditation also. So in the Art of Living Bangalore Ashram, this happens in a very big way. So there are 3 aspects to this. One is there are a lot of pujas and homas which happens, which allow people to go deep within, soak in the divinity and worship the cosmic nature. And the second part is we do a lot of meditations and keep silence. So when you meditate and go deep within you, it is much more easier to connect with the surroundings and with the cosmic vibrations around. And to support this in a physical aspect, fasting also happens. So let's see why we need to fast during Navaratri. So one aspect is, one of the significance is, when you fast, your body is on lighter side because it is easily digestible food which is a part of Navaratri fast. So the digestive burden is less, so that body can be light and it can easily go into meditation. Second aspect is, a lot of detox happen when you fast, and detox is a very important part of Ayurveda. Other than the daily routines which help you to balance and maintain a higher quality of life, periodical detox is also mentioned in Ayurveda. And there is something called Ritucharya. Ritu means seasons, and Charya means how to, the disciplines of seasonal routine. That is what is called Ritucharya. So there are 6 seasons, and according to each season, the body and mind also changes. According to the season, according to the climatic influences, solar influences, there is a lot of changes happening in the atmosphere and in the nature, and all those has an influence on our body and mind also. So Ritucharya helps you to maintain your health according to different seasons. And Navaratri falls into the Ritu of autumn, the season of autumn, which is called Sharat Ritu. And in autumn, naturally your heat element is more, or we call the Pitta dosha is more. Dosha is called energies in the body. There are 3 doshas: Vata dosha, Pitta dosha and Kapha dosha. So Vata dosha is more of air element, and Pitta dosha is more of fire element, and Kapha dosha is more of earth and water element. So in different seasons, each of these doshas will be dominant. In autumn, the Pitta dosha is dominant. So the diet and lifestyle which Ayurveda advises to follow in this season will be those which brings the Pitta down. If you see Navaratri diet, it is actually which brings down Pitta. See, if you see, instead of common salt, we use Saindav Namak or rock salt. And instead of the daily grains like rice and wheat, different type of grains like sama rice and kutu atta, buckwheat and singala ka atta, all these grains are used. So, and lot of fruits are used, milk is used, buttermilk is used, ghee is used, and all this brings the Pitta down. So that is why the traditional fast of Navaratri is very different from other diets of other festivals. And lot of starchy vegetables or root vegetables are also used, like sweet potato, yam is used, arbi is used. This is also significant according to the season, because this is the time, this Ritu is where body starts collecting energy. So starch or starchy vegetable or root vegetables is the portion of the plant where more energy is stored. So that is why this season there is a habit of taking more starchy vegetable, which continues to winter also. If you see any Indian festival, the rituals, practices and the festivities and celebrations is according to the disciplines of health. It is very nicely interwoven into our seasonal festivals. So if you follow all this without our knowledge, we are going through Ayurvedic lifestyle, which also allows you for a periodical detox. So Navaratri fast is actually meant to bring your body into balance by balancing your Pitta energy. So we'll see how to fast during the Navaratri 9 days. So if you see, Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji has mentioned this very interesting fact. The first 3 days of Navaratri is Tamas dominant, and the next 3 days is Rajas dominant, and the last 3 days is Sattva dominant. So what is this Tamas, Rajas and Sattva? These are the influences of gunas. These are called gunas. These are the influences in our body and mind. These energies, like Tamas is of inertia and rest, and Rajas is of activity, and Sattva is of purity and clarity. And our whole life is a play of these 3 gunas. Of course, all 3 is needed, but when it is in excess, it has disturbing influence on us, on our both on body and mind. Like Tamas is more, then you have lot of inertia in you. You need a little inertia to rest or sleep, but even daytime, if Tamas is dominant, it has very disturbing influence. And if Rajas is more, that also has a disturbing influence, which it will not allow you to focus or concentrate. It gives a lot of restlessness. So the correct amount of these gunas is needed. And especially during a period like Navaratri, this is very important. So let's see, first 3 days when Tamas is more, it is good to have a fruit fast. So have only fruits if possible, more dominant on sweet fruits like papaya, banana, apple, pears, all the sweet fruits, chiku, grapes, or pomegranate. And if only with fruits you are not able to fast, even vegetable juices, fruit juices, tender coconut water, all this can be added. Lauki juice, all that. So first 3 days, you follow a fruit and vegetable fast basically, so that all your detox also happen in these first 3 days, and the influence of Tamas is also very easily can be dealt with. And then we come to the next 3 days of Rajas. You can follow all this fruit and fruit juice diet. Along with that, one time you can have food, and that food you can select from the traditional Navaratri fast. It can be sabudan khichdi, or it can be sama rice, or putuka roti, whichever one time grain you can have. And then comes the last 3 days of Sattva. That time you can follow a proper traditional Navaratri fast, like grains, as we told, kutu you can use, and singala atta you can use, sama rice you can use, and starchy vegetables we can use, like sweet potato, yam, arabi, kachalu, little potato, all that you can use. Sabudana you can use, and all fruits you can use, and vegetables mostly lauki can be used, and kaddu can be used, which is less difficult to digest. Basically, all the traditional Navaratri food is less difficult to digest. And instead of common salt, we can use saindav namak or rock salt. And then towards the end, all the delicacies of Navaratri, like sabudana vada and kheer, all those delicacies also you can use. So following this type of a fast will keep you light on your digestion, and when a fasting happens, when a detox happens, it is easy for you to go deep within you and soak in the divinity. And if you cannot follow this for some reason, you can also do a fast by staying away from all the junk food and very spicy food, fried food, non-vegetarian food, alcohol, and even spices like garlic and onion. So if you cannot follow the full-fledged fast, this is also good enough to make you undergo that detox during Navaratri.